If you remember from class, we took the problem from page 342, number 9, which looked like this, and we changed it in class so that we still had the same given information, but instead of having a proof proving two triangles were similar and the triangles were given to you, now I've given you algebraic information, numerical information, and asked you to find a piece of information. In order to do this problem, you have to think through the problem. You have to look at the angles that are congruent. You were given angle PTA, marked over here, and you were given that it was congruent to angle B, which is marked over here. So I made a triangle for angle B because I took away the given information, and I made a triangle for angle PTA. Originally in your problem, you were told that triangle PAT was similar to triangle PTB. But now that I've taken away that conclusion, you have to figure out what's corresponding yourself. Whether you do it by deciding that this blue angle is between TB and the dotted PB, and that this angle is between the solid TA and the dotted TP, helps you decide what's corresponding, or you do what I do, which is what's across. You have to figure out that the corresponding sides match each other. I kept track of my corresponding sides by making a little chart. In the blue chart, I figured out that PT, which is dashed blue and which measures 10, is corresponding to PA, which is dashed red, and where I put an X, because I didn't know what PA was, and I knew that once I had 10 in blue, I needed to use PA in red, so I called it X. TB I know nothing about, and AT I knew nothing about, so I left that blank. But BP, which is dotted, is X plus 21 together, so I marked it X plus 21. And TP, which now does double duty, it's red dotted at the same time that it's blue dashed, appears again over here as 10. I set up my ratio by just picking out the pieces in the box. 10 with X plus 21 and X with 10. If you wanted to do your ratio in a different order, there are many different ways to set up a proportion. They're all correct. It's whatever you see and whatever you like best. Once I was ready to cross multiply, I got that X times X plus 21 was equal to 100, and when I distributed the X, of course I ended up with an X squared, which made the strategy become make it equal 0 and factor, and I factored into X plus 25, which gave me X equals negative 25, which I marked as no go. And make sure when you have a value of X that can't be used in a problem, you either cross it out completely or just write cannot equals there. X equals 4, however, is a value we can use. That makes PA equal 4, and since TP equals 10, and I told you the perimeter was 22, I can now find out that AT is 8. And if you'd like to fill it in over here, you can. And once I have what 8 is, I can now find out what TB is. I chose to use the 4 boxes up here. You might like, when you're doing the problem over again, to use these boxes down here. Once I know that X is equal to 4, I can say that 10 over TB is equal to 4 over AT, which is 8. And that gives me this ratio over here. Or you can leave TB with X plus 21, which is 25, and AT, which is 8, with 10. Either way, we get that TB is equal to 20. Again, if you'd like to download the student copy of this, which is blank, in order to fill in your own solution, just make sure that your solution includes a diagram that shows the corresponding sides and shows the correct proportion and all the algebraic work done neatly and your answer boxed in. And of course, since there are no units, you can't run into trouble with them.